coming from a historical background, I've had a long-standing interest in Venetian history. Looking at the Venetian sort of Renaissance program, I find it quite useful to draw analogies. I think it's quite useful to get the full picture of Venice in the Renaissance, that you can go and look at contemporary art, and even if you have an interest in contemporary art, we had a very interesting tour of the Biennale last Saturday morning, so it's quite interesting in terms of you can look at one period but you're not specifically sort of resigned to studying that period. You can say, well, I can go and look at contemporary art, draw analogies, so you can cross-read, you might say, which I find quite useful. Being here has informed that in terms of you're sort of in situ, which is a given, but if you read, I'm interested in perhaps Venetian guidebooks might be one area of interest, that you can go and read someone like Francesco Sansovino, who's quite famous for anyone who's familiar with the territory, and you can take his guidebook with you. You can go visit various churches, you can stand in Piazza San Marco, and you can put things together. Aside from that, I might also have an interest in someone like Palladio. We've been on a site visit to Vicenza, we've been to La Rotonda, and we're also going on another site visit in the near future. So it's quite interesting that you can take the text with you, and you can sort of work between the text and the actual building in its proper place, you might say. So I found that more than useful. Libraries as well. I'm regularly to be found in the Cini Institute, which has got a magnificent art history library. So I found that really useful, that you're sort of working with original documents. Even if you're talking about working with secondary materials, you tend to find that they're quite old. So that there's something very nice about the tactile experience of working with a book that could be 200 or 300 years old. It's quite different from working in a contemporary library where you're working with facsimiles or such things. My expectations have been exceeded. And I'm not being insincere in saying that, because I've had experience of studying at perhaps throughout my academic career. I might have studied for periods, and this would be my 4th university. So I can sort of I can make quite a suitable comparative study between these universities and how the academic staff relate to students. And I would definitely say that I couldn't imagine that sort of the academic staff in the art history department as part of the Venetian program, I couldn't think that they could have done more for us thus far. And that's really very pleasing. You find that they're passionate about what they do, they're passionate about relating to students, and the crux of it is that they want to communicate that passion to us. So if you're curious about anything, as regards any aspect of what we do, you find they're always available. They're always willing to engage with you and help you, and even outside sort of academic issues, as regards outside issues, or if you have a personal sort of, not necessarily a dilemma, but an interest. If you're curious about something, or you might need assistance, whether it be something small or something major, you tend to find that they're always available.